3 games at the start of the season. And the 49ers, having won last week, are trying to keep it going. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with George Allen. And George, Bartkowski's going to wear a flak jacket. Tell me about a flak jacket.
Well, this is a flak jacket. It fits around the rib cage, protects that area, weighs about a pound or less. It's an inch in thickness. However, it inhibits the movement of a quarterback. My quarterbacks never wanted to wear one. It could not only bother your passing, but your ball handling as well. Now, Bartkowski has used one in a preseason game, so that helps.
All right, now, on the other hand, Montana leads the conference in passing. What does that mean?
Well, Montana throws an underneath pass, a possession type of pass. The Falcons' defense is strong because of their active linebackers. I look for Montana to try to go deep on the corners on either Kenny Johnson or Butler.
Atlanta has won the toss and will receive. So Matt Barr will kick it off. Reggie Smith is sent it deep. Super Nat will receive it. And here comes the kickoff. Matt Barr puts it up. It's into the end zone, taken at the goal line 5. Onto the 10-50, Reggie Smith returning 25 and gets up to the 28-yard line. So the return by Reggie Smith, 5 feet 6 inches tall. And the Atlanta Falcons start 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They're wearing the home whites. Here's the backfield. Bartkowski with the black jacket. Jenkins a big threat. Van Note anchors that line. Steve Bartkowski. Wallace Francis in motion across. Leave it on the ground to Lynn Kane on the first play, just short of the 30-yard line. About to Keena Turner from his linebacker spot made the tackle.
Well, you know, the thing here with Bartkowski, they have a good enough running game and an offensive line that he doesn't have to throw that much to be effective. If they had only one threat through the air, he had to throw to win, that would put a lot of pressure on him. But they have a fine running game and can control the ball that way.
William Andrews and Lynn Kane, the running backs, they're split for Bartkowski. Motion outside, that's Miller, tight end. Quick pitch to Andrews, his first carry of the day. And he moves it. Scramble is on there.
Well, here's a pitch to Andrews, 31. Andrews has enough speed to get outside. He has good blocking. Now, he fumbles that ball. Somebody hit him at the elbow, and he lost it.
Lynn Kane got it.
Falcons kept it.
So it is 1st and 10, and they have the ball at the 42-yard line. They play 3 down linemen. Archie Reese anchors at the nose tackle. Linebacking core, Jack Reynolds is the veteran there. There's the deep men. Hicks is the only veteran. Bartkowski back to throw. Throws a screen right, taken by Andrews. 45, across the 50-yard line, and he goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the 49ers. Dan Buns ran him out.
Good blocking. I like his body lean and knee action. He's always going forward.
And Junior Miller. Quick pitch to Andrews. Got the first down, and it's at the 32-yard line. Wow. Willie Harper, linebacker, made the tackle for the 49ers, along with Keena Turner.
Well, Lindsey, they're doing just what I said. They're running that football, and that's smart. Bartkowski will gain confidence as the game goes along. He can't help but feel a little bit uncomfortable wearing that flag jacket. It's cumbersome, but as long as you can run the football like this, you can always set up the pass.
I get Alfred Jackson, big play Jackson in there now. Running backs in an eye. That's Jackson in motion across. Quick pitch. Lynn Kane. Fumbles! Ball got away from Kane. The scramble inside the 30-yard line. Retained by the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, that's a tough break for the 49ers. They forced 2 fumbles, lost them both. Kane's trying to go wide. Now somebody hits the ball or hits his elbow. 59, Harper.
Mike Ken recovers. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Pick up a 3 on the play. Falcons have the ball at the 29-yard line of the 49ers here early in the first quarter. Miller's in a wide right. Bartkowski. And it is taken into the end zone. Touchdown. Jackson for the touchdown. Alfred Jackson. 29-yard touchdown pass from Bartkowski to Jackson.
Well, beautiful execution on this play. Good protection. The ball's thrown perfectly. Right in stride. Here it is from ground level again. Alfred Jackson, 85. Bartkowski going back, watching him all the way. Perfectly thrown. Right between the defenders.
Luckhurst, the left footer, and it's good. Luckhurst from the University of California. And so now, they're on the scoreboard. These hometown Atlanta Falcons, and the clock shows 11 minutes, 21 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Vic Luckhurst will kick it off now, and deep, Ronnie Lott, number 42, Mike Wilson, number 85. Luckhurst beat out Tim Rossetti for the kicking spot on the roster. There's the scoring drive. They used up 3:39 to get into the end zone. Luckhurst was a rugby player in England at the University of California in Berkeley. Sails this one down, a knuckleball. It goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, but in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Mike Wilson came up, let it float by him. Lott was back there. They decided not to run it out. It is first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, the defense likes a guy like Luckhurst. What a plus it is to have him kick that ball into the end zone like he did last week against the Packers. In fact, he kicked it out of the end zone, Lindsay.
And he had it into the end zone 6 times. Here's the backfield. Patton and Cooper are the setbacks. There's the offensive line. Charlie Young's the tight end.
A good play to open up with against this defense is a screen.
Solomon and pushing across. Montana. He throws it to Clark. Dwight Clark. Up to the 35-yard line. Well, they had a pretty good screen set on the left side and went to the deep man.
That's right. That was an option screen where Clark hooks at about 10, 12 yards. And if he's covered, he dumps it off to the flaring back.
Buddy Curry, the linebacker, made the tackle. 3 down linemen also for the Atlanta Falcons. Don Smith, the nose tackle. Fine linebacking crew. Outstanding. And the deep backs. Bobby Butler is the rookie on the left corner out of Florida State. Motion to the outside. Patton. Give it to Cooper. Cooper at the 42. Kuykendall made the tackle.
Well, Lindsay, what they're doing, their first play was an option screen, and their second play was a quick draw to the fullback. So they're using their counters for the pass rush, which is good football for the 49ers offense. They're a passing team, screens and draws, cuts down the rush.
And a 3 on that last play, so it is at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 7 at the 38. Here's Patton. Ricky Patton. It'll be marked at about the 43-yard line for 5, making it 3rd down at about 2 yards to go. Ricky Ricardo Patton. Jeff Merrill came in to make the tackle.
Well, that's a sweep to the strong side, and that's good football. That's one of the things the 49ers have to do today is they have to be able to run the football enough to keep the clock going, give Montana time to throw, take a little pressure off that offensive line.
Joe Montana brings him up. He was the Notre Dame quarterback in the national championship year, 77, double tight end. Brian Pete's in there with Charlie Young. Quick pitch taken out by Patton. He has trouble getting control. He couldn't get control of the ball. Pridemore made the tackle. That'll bring on the punting unit.
Well, that's a great play by Pridemore. He read the play. One of the things Pridemore does, he has a great instinct for reading the pass and reading the run. He's watching his keys. Whatever his key is, pertaining to the coverage they're in. And he's tough. He's the type of football player that you like to have in the secondary.
Jim Miller is last in the conference in punting. He's averaged 36.4. He's the barefoot boy from Ole Miss. Super Nut, 5 feet 4 inches tall. Reggie Smith lets it go, and this one goes into the end zone, across the end line. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, Bill Walsh was glad to see that, because Miller has been kicking line drives, and that time he got his foot into it, and that's what you have to help your defense to get in field position.
Bill Walsh, in his third year as head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, was in the league as an assistant coach for a number of years, was head coach at Stanford. 1st and 10 now for Atlanta. Falcons with the ball at their own 20. Bartkowski brings him up in an I formation. Kane and Andrews in the I. Now they split him out. Kane to the left side, Andrews up to a wing right. Kane on the pitch. The sweep. And he's trying to get to the stick. Penalty marker is thrown. Williamson made the tackle.
Looks like it was
Williamson.
Lindsay, it might have been a late hit.
Personal foul against the 49ers. Gene Bartz, the referee.
Well, let's see if we can pick it up from ground level. It's a pitch outside. Kane's hit here. Well, I really don't see it.
Number 27 defense, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, first down.
Carlton Williamson, who played his high school football right here in Atlanta at Brown High before he went to Pittsburgh and then came to the 49ers, where he is the strong safety. It is first down and 10 to go.
It looked, Lindsay, like he hit him right in the sidelines from our monitor.
Junior Miller to the right side. Andrews, Jack Reynolds came in to make the tackle. On Andrews, Jack Reynolds, the veteran, played his college football at the University of Tennessee.
Well, Jack's going to be a big plus for the 49ers defense. This is where they have to improve their record. They have to take the football away and give that offense field position. And Jack's a leader. He's like an assistant coach on the field.
2nd and 6 on the 46. Lynn Kane's flanked to the right side. A lone setback, that's Andrews. Wallace Francis part of the left side. Bartkowski just pops it out there to Kane. Carlton Williamson covering out there made the stop. Picked up a yard or so.
Well, the type of passes that Bartkowski has thrown today are the safe passes. He's throwing the screen, a quick pass, and he's setting everything up with a running game. Good football, good offensive football.
Bartkowski in the huddle. 3rd down. 2 yards to go. The ball's at the 48-yard line. Kane has come off. Alfred Jackson's come in. 3 wide receivers. Andrews the lone setback. Jackson's in a wide right. He's the man who caught the touchdown pass earlier. Bartkowski. Taken by Junior Miller. Got the 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Carlton Williamson again on the tackle with Keena Turner.
Well, you know, Lindsay, this type of pass, they have one remaining back, so you play that formation as a pass. Junior Miller comes underneath. It's a safe pass. Linebackers are giving ground, gaining depth. It's like a running play to pick up 2 or 3 yards. And with a big target like Miller, it's a very fine play.
Bartkowski 4 for 4, 52 yards and 1 touchdown in the air. Reese has come out. Pete Kugler is in there now at the nose tackle for the 49ers. They try the draw play to Andrews. This time the 49er defense stacks him up for a loss of a foot or so. Jack Reynolds, Hacksaw was there. Second and 11.
You know, last week the Falcons started so slowly, they didn't get on the board until the 4th quarter. Now they scored the first time they got the ball.
2nd 11, and they're sending Alfred Jackson to the right side. Or rather, Alfred Jenkins to the right side. Bartkowski. Little screen to Andrews. 40, 35. He goes out of bounds for the first down.
Boy.
It is near the 30-yard line. Right hit. Bounced it out.
Well, here it is. Tremendous call, 2nd down and 10. With your quarterback playing with that flag jacket, do things that are safe and sound. Screen pass. Give it to your best back. Look how that guy runs. Boy, I love to see him play football.
Reese is back in there at the nose tackle now. Kugler's gone out. for the 49ers. As the Atlanta Falcons continue to roll here, Pillars is in place of Stuckey now defensively at the left tackle for the 49ers. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Bartkowski has the ball. Going to the corner. Incomplete.
Now that's something interesting, Lindsey. That's the first long pass he threw, and the ball hung, the ball fluttered. He had the defender beaten. Wright was beaten, almost intercepted. The ball was short, so it could be the long pass, the corner pass, might bother him today. That's the first long pass he's thrown. They've picked up 7 first downs already, running the ball, throwing short possession type passes.
Intended receiver down there with Wallace Francis. It's 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Three wide receivers. Jackson's in there. Bartkowski on the sideline. Jackson, the intended receiver, and covering was Eric Wright on the right corner, the rookie from Missouri.
Well, he got hit that time. There was a delivery sack. I'm sure the 49ers are going to dog him and put the pressure on him. He was hit after he threw the ball.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Five minutes, 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bartkowski going long and incomplete.
Well, it looked like he overthrew him, but what happened? He did overthrow him. What happened is the receiver was jammed. That slowed him down. It made it seem like the pass was way off target.
Jackson, the intended receiver.
Because Jackson was jammed.
Mick Luckhurst is in to attempt the field goal now. John James is in to hold for it. This will be a 47-yard attempt. Eric Sanders makes the snap. The left footer. And the 47-yard is good. Mick Luckhurst from 47 yards out.
Well, that's the only thing that I'd be concerned about with this guy is his field goals. He's got the powerful leg. Kicking off, he's going to be effective. But it's to make the field goals, especially the short ones, the ones you should make.
They move 50 yards in 10 plays, and Mick Luckhurst will kick it off now. He's got Ronnie Lott and Mike Wilson deep for the 49ers. The left footer. End over end. Lott at the 3-yard line to the 5. Lott to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Fumble. Recovered by the Atlanta Falcons. It's Strong, Ray Strong. Number 25, Ray Strong recovered the fumble.
Well, Ray Strong is one of their best special team players. This is one time. Here comes Strong, 25. Watch him. He's on the ball club because of his special team ability. The kick wasn't as long as usual. Good hit. The ball bounces right to Strong.
Just happened to be there. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line for the Falcons. They lead 10-0. We're still in the first quarter. Kane and Andrews for Bartkowski. Jenkins incomplete. Alfred Jenkins. Ronnie Lott covering on that corner. Jenkins, a little man. He's 5'9". Looks as though he might have to be out there with a note from his mother, but he's a great pass receiver.
He sure is, Lindsey. He was open on that. The ball was thrown a little bit long, overthrown, and again the ball tailed on that corner route. Now Bartkowski has a strong arm. Usually that type of pass, he can gun it in there.
2nd down, 10 yards to go at the 21. Miller is split to the right side. Wallace Francis is in the slot left. Delay to Andrews, and He moves it into the 18-yard line. He picked up 3 on the play before Lawrence Pillars brought him down. 3rd and 7.
Well, that was a good call. A draw on 2nd down and 10.
Last week at Green Bay, the Atlanta Falcons were a little shocked when the Green Bay Packers went out to a 17-0 lead at the end of the 3rd quarter. And then they came roaring back and did get 31 points and won it. But they came out here this afternoon determined that they were going to start from the opening kickoff, and they have. They've dominated play here in the 1st quarter.
49ers came in with their nickel defense, took out Reynolds, Harper, and Bunce.
Miller to the left side, Jenkins to the right side, Francis in the slot right. High count for Bartkowski. He's got it. Swings it out on the screen to Kane. Kane sidesteps the tackle. 15. 10. And goes in for a touchdown. He just kept coming. And he took it in for an 18-yard touchdown run.
That's a great 18-yard run. A great 18-yard run. Maybe we can see it again. He dumps it off to Kane behind the line of scrimmage, fakes the late.
Luckhurst will kick off now. Lott and Wilson are deep for the 49ers. 17-0 with 3:57 left to play in the 1st quarter. Luckhurst, the man who frequently puts the ball in the end zone.
Well, you know, Lindsay, if anyone questioned Bartkowski, he's 6 for 10 for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns already.
He may wear a flak jacket the rest of his life. End over end. Lott's waiting. 1-yard line. Ronnie Lott to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and across the 20-yard line. So now the 49ers start 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Well, you know, this is exactly what the 49ers didn't want to happen, to get behind like this early, because the 49ers pass first and run second. You want to stay close to them, stay even with them early in the ball game, so Montana doesn't have so much pressure on them to put that ball in the air. But this is a test of their poise and character, and to see how far they've come, see how far they've improved.
Clark to the left side, Freddie Solomon to the right side. Montana on 1st down. Intended for Clark, but it's intercepted at the 40-yard line. And it is being returned. Taken by Joel Williams. Joel Williams intercepted in return. He ran a fumble in for a touchdown at Green Bay last week. Again, it is the Atlanta Falcons 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, this is like a tip drill in practice, a deflected ball. The ball's a little bit high, and it's tipped, deflected right here. Joel Williams getting depth and hustling back there. He's a big play linebacker, and he was in the right spot at the right time.
On the run back, Fred Quillen, the San Francisco center, is injured, and he's down on the field. And getting attention from the training staff. Fred Quillen, the center. They get him up now. And he'll be assisted across to the far side of the field.
Well, everything has gone wrong for the 49ers in this 1st quarter.
This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Atlanta Falcons and the National Football League is prohibited. It'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Falcons. They have the ball at the San Francisco 16-yard line.
You know, Lindsay, this is where leadership, a guy like Reynolds can get them together. Hey, let's play our game. Don't panic.
Bartkowski brings him up in an I formation. Francis in motion across. Quick pitch to Lynn Kane. He got to the 13-yard line before Carlton Williamson came in to make the tackle.
You know, Lindsay, Kane is not a spectacular football player, but that 18-yard run he made was beautiful. He did that on his own. He was hit on the line of scrimmage, and he was hit after 2 or 3 yards. A great run.
In college at Southern Cal, Kane was a great deal of the time a blocking back for Charles White.
Well, these two guys really complement each other. They're both good blockers, good receivers, unselfish football players.
Bartkowski Well, he was going to sort of hang it up. It's out of bounds, so you complete. Wallace Francis in a little contact along the sideline with Ronnie Lott.
I tell you what, Ronnie Lott made a great play, and that's perfectly legal. Ronnie Lott axed or jammed Wallace Francis, took him out of the play completely, and he did that within the 5-yard radius. That was a beautiful jam. That's the way you teach your defensive corners to play. That was a great play by Ronnie Lott.
Alfred Jackson comes in now. Lynn Kane comes out. 3 wide receivers. 3rd down and 7 yards to go at the 13. Bartkowski guns it. Francis. Touchdown. Penalty marker. There is a marker holding, and I think it's against Atlanta.
Yeah, there's 2 flags. 2 flags down.
One of them is holding Atlanta. Preliminary signal given by Gene Barth, the referee.
Now the 49ers blew a coverage. The Falcons used motion.
66 offense, holding, still 3rd down.
Warren Bryant. Loss of 10 there makes it 3rd and 17.
Well, here it is. Looks like he's holding Stuckey right there. Bryant holding Stuckey, yeah. No question about it. Almost a takedown.
Ball's on the 23-yard line. 3 wide receivers still in there. Andrews the lone setback for Bartkowski. Swings it out to Andrews. 20. 16-yard line. Jack Reynolds on the tackle, along with Dan Bunch.
Now the 49ers defense did something I believe in. Studley sent his regular personnel back in. Sometimes you can get too smart with that nickel, and they give you some formations and motion and change the strength, confuse you.
Luckhurst is in to attempt another field goal. James is in to hold for him.
Now, Lindsey, this is the type of kick that a rookie kicker has to make. It's more important to make these chip shots than it is the 51-yarder.
33-yarder. No good. It's wide. It is wide to the right. And so the ball goes over at the 20-yard line.
You remember, that's what I mentioned last week. He missed a short one. That's the important thing. Make the kicks that really count. Now, you like the long ones also. You'll take everything. But you got to make these, because that's a sure 3 points. Now, that's a big break for the 49ers.
They will start at their own 20-yard line. We have 1 minute 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Earl Cooper, Ricky Patton on the setbacks. And there for Joe Montana. Motion across. Ready, Solomon. Montana going long to Clark, and Dwight Clark can't get it.
Clark was open by 3 yards. Montana overthrew him. But that type of pass, you need a little more speed to get deep.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the 49ers at their own 20-yard line. Montana breaks the huddle, sends Clark to the left side. Double over there with Freddie Solomon. Patton and Cooper the setbacks. Montana. Screen. Cooper. 30-yard line. And about the 31. Tom Pridemore made the tackle.
Oh, there's a flag.
Personal foul against the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, that was a good call. Montana's going to have to probably throw 55 passes today at the rate he's going.
Gene Barth, referee.
Personal foul, number 37 defense, unnecessary roughness.
Kenny Johnson on the right corner. 1st and 10 now at the 46-yard line. 49ers ball in their own territory. Solomon to the right side. This is Patton. Ricky Patton looking for a quantity turn, and there was none. Run out by Buddy Curry, the linebacker.
Well, that's what would help Montana, help their offense. And we mentioned earlier, they could run the football some. Now, Montana gets a signal from Benjamin, number 7 on the sidelines. They call all their plays. Benjamin signals Montana. Sam White's up above in the press box, calls some of the plays.
Second down play coming here. Montana. And his tight end. Taken by Charlie Young. The veteran tight end with a grab and carried it down to the 27-yard line. Glazebrook stopped him.
Well, Charlie Young ran a seam pattern. Montana threw a strike. Here it is. Charlie Young's a fine receiver, right in there, wide open. Glazebrook covering him man for man.
So now it's the 49ers driving, trying to get on the scoreboard. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Bring on high formation. Cooper ahead of Patton. Cooper got it to the 20-yard line. He got 6. It'll be second down and 4 yards to go. Tom Pridemore made the tackle.
Now that was a good call. They have to be able to run that football on first down. When you're behind, especially this early, 17-0, you can't keep throwing the ball because you're going to get sacked. You're going to be intercepted.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Clark to the left side, Solomon to the right side. Cooper got the first down. First and 10, just inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a very important drive for the 49ers. If they could go down and put 7 on the board, it would give them a big lift.
There's the gun sounding the end of the period. So they bring it up to the other end of the field. And at the end of the first quarter here at Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it is the Atlanta Falcons 17, San Francisco 49ers nothing. A full house in Atlanta. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen as we start playing the second quarter. Atlanta leading 17-0. Easily is in there along with Patton now at the running backs for the 49ers. First and 10 at the Atlanta 14-yard line. Solomon in motion across. Montana. He is out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Glazebrook on the tackle on Solomon.
Well, that's that possession-type passing game, which I think the Falcons play so well because their linebackers are such good athletes. Now, that was a very important call, that first and 10 right there. Montana has been mixing his calls very good on first and 10, runs and passes. And they have to do that against this good Falcon defense.
Got a yard on that pass play, second and 9. Cooper's back in there with Paul Hofer. Hofer's in there now. This is complete to Clark, but he's dragged down at about the 11-yard line. Joel Williams on the tackle.
Well, Hofer ran a sky pattern, cleared out for Clark to come underneath and running out.
Paul Hofer, number 36, who about a year ago tore up a knee, underwent knee surgery, and has been battling back ever since. It was in the 6th game last year that he injured the knee. Hofer and Walt easily are the setbacks in there now. 3rd and 7 at the 11-yard line. Montana over the middle, and it is a touchdown for the 49ers. Taken in by Charlie Young, the tight end, and the 49ers are on the board early in the second quarter.
Charlie Young ran that play perfectly. He went in motion. He hesitated. It's a check down to the tight end. Watch Charlie Young. Delay. The defense lost him. Beautiful execution by Montana and Charlie Young.
Matt Farr will attempt a conversion. Montana holding for him. Farr's boot is good. So now the San Francisco 49ers are on the scoreboard. We have 13 minutes, 32 seconds remaining to be played in the second quarter.
Here it is, ground level, Charlie Young checking down. Montana wanted him all the way. Everybody else clears the defense out, goes into the end zone, opens it up for your tight end. Perfect play.
They move 80 yards in 9 plays for the touchdown, and now it'll be Matt Barr kicking off.
You know, Lindsey, what makes that tough on the defense, you think Charlie Young is staying in the backfield to block, and all at once he checks down.
Reggie Smith is deep. Super net, 5 yards deep in the end zone. Goal line 5. He's out to the 10. Bounces off, comes to the left side of the 15. Super net out of bounds as he crossed the 20-yard line. He just keeps coming. Williamson ran him out.
Well, you know, that return shows his balance. He was hit, but he takes such short steps, he's always on balance, and he bounced to the outside. He doesn't have great speed, but he has quickness, and he's very elusive, and he has good balance. I thought his return was the big play of the game. That turned the game around when he returned that punt to the 2-yard line last week against the Packers.
Indeed, I think it did. Now the question is, can the 49ers defense hold Atlanta here and get the ball back to see what they can do to get back into this ball game? It's 17-7 in the second quarter. Gain. Will be marked at about the 25.
You know, Lindsey, if you set a game plan for your quarterback coming off of an injury like Bartkowski is, it couldn't be any better. He's been able to run. He has his screens going, his draws, and he's had good field position because of fumbles and interceptions. So it's a perfect setting for Steve Bartkowski so far.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line. Wallace Francis in the wide right. Bartkowski. Francis. Ronnie Lott on that corner.
Well, he had
the 35.
Yeah, he had good protection, Lindsey. Plenty of time to throw, and what they're doing is going one-on-one in those rookie corners. So the 49ers are going to have to help their corners if they continue that. They're going to have to go to some form of a double coverage, change their coverages.
Francis has come off, and Alfred Jackson has replaced him. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Beg your pardon, 36-yard line. Okay. Junior Miller incomplete. Carlton Williamson covering. 2nd and 10 at the 36.
Well, the ball was thrown behind him. Now, so far, Lindsey, the 49er defense has not pressured Bartkowski at all with the 3-man rush or the 4-man rush. They may have to come in with some dogs. They may have to send those linebackers and come in with 5, 6, 7 men to put some pressure on them.
Pete Kugler's coming at the nose tackle now. Archie Reese has gone off. Wallace Francis is back in. Jackson's come off. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line. Junior Miller on the wide right. Bartkowski. Complete. Wallace Francis at the 50. Carlton Williamson got him down.
Well, there's a flag on the play, and the 49ers did dog that time, Lindsey. They came in with 2 linebackers.
Penalty is against the Atlanta Falcons. Gene Bart looks for the line of scrimmage, which was the 36.
Ronnie Lott missed a tackle on that.
Down to the 21-yard line.
Personal foul, illegal chop block. Number 57 offense.
Jeff Van Note. Veteran center Jeff Van Note with an illegal chop block.
And you know, speaking of Jeff Van Note, he injured his ribs the week before, and he's playing with a black vest also.
It is 2nd and 25 at the 21-yard line. Bartkowski. And he's sacked. Dwayne Board made the tackle.
Well, I mentioned this before. They missed Dwayne Board. Last year he was out with an injury. He gives them the pass rush. Now watch him. He used an arm over, beat his man. Bartkowski had no chance on that. Nice move by Dwayne Board. Brought his right arm up and over the blocker.
It's 3rd and 37 at the 9-yard line. Jenkins in the wide left. Kane. Kane to the 14. Beat Kugler in to make the tackle, and here comes the punting unit as the 49ers defense is held here, and the punting unit comes on to give up the ball for Atlanta.
Well, you know, Lindsay, the complexion has changed here. The 49ers went 80 yards and 9 plays to score. Now their defense is taken over. They should have pretty good field position after this punt.
John James back to do the kicking. Freddie Solomon and Dwight Hicks have dropped back to field it for the 49ers. From the goal line, James sets up. Taking it to 45 by Solomon, and he gets to the 40. So they'll go 1st and 10, 49ers at the 40, a punt of 33 yards, returned 8. And when play is resumed, we'll have 11 minutes, 2 seconds remaining to be played as you see Bill Walsh along the sideline. Lehman Bennett's in his 5th year as head coach of the Falcons. He was an assistant in the NFL for 7 years before that. Played his college football at the University of Kentucky. Now the 49ers have it 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 40-yard line.
Big series here for the 49ers.
Dwight Clark and Mike Wilson are wide receivers. That's Wilson in motion across. Got a delay, and it's Cooper Carey. Hold it. Got to about the 35.
Well, they did something that maybe the Falcon defense didn't expect. They ran the football. Falcons adjusted pretty well. The reason this series is so big for the 49ers, they gave up 17 quick points. Now, if they can even get a field goal out of this, they're right back in the ball game. If they get a touchdown, it's a new ball game.
An official's timeout for an injury here. It's a Falcon injury. Joel Williams, linebacker. So Joel Williams comes off. Next Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. Ryan Sipe and the explosive offense of the Cleveland Browns against Steve Bartkowski and these Atlanta Falcons. Check your local listings. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. 49ers ball at the Atlanta 36-yard line. Solomon and Clark are the wide receivers. Put it on the ground again. Well, Ricky Patton carried.
They're doing what we talked about early in the show, is trying to establish that running game and not letting Montana have to throw 55 passes to win the ball game.
Now, 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
You've got 2 downs, Lindsay, in this area to make the 1st down. 2 downs to make 1 yard.
They run a double tight end, Charlie Young and Brian Peets. Dwight Clark has gone off. Patton. Well, he got close. He got very close. He might have picked it up. They spotted where I think they're going to spot it. It is.
Well, the Falcons read this play perfectly, but it was just good blocking at the point of attack. Good leg drive, kept going, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Lyman White on the tackle. 9 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in the 1st half. Atlanta 17, San Francisco 7. Double tight end still. Patton in motion to the outside left. Joe Montana going on to Freddie Solomon in the end zone. Incomplete. Bobby Butler, the rookie cornerback from Florida State, batting.
Well, that's what I thought they would do the last series, is go deep 1-on-1 on Butler. And that's what they did now. Here's There's a one-on-one, Solomon and Butler. Now the ball, Solomon has him beaten. The ball's a little bit underthrown. See that? Butler comes in and has it intercepted. Solomon knocks it loose, which is a good play by the receiver.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line. Wilson's in the slot left. Mike Clark in a wide left. Montana. Well, he expected his tight end to turn outside, Charlie Young, and he didn't. Bobby Butler covered. 3rd and 10. .9:06 remaining in the first half. Joe Montana, 6 for 10, 67 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Mike Wilson's come off. Freddie Solomon is in there now, the wide receiver. Paul Hofer's come in.
Hofer's an excellent receiver. They're going to use him. He hasn't been hit yet. He hasn't had contact since that knee surgery.
They figured the time is just about come when they've got to find out about Hofer, whether or not he's going to be able to play. Cooper in motion outside right. And the pass to Cooper. Cooper can't get it.
Yeah.
4th and 10.
They came in with a blitz, and Montana got racked up. He had to throw the ball before he wanted it. Cooper didn't see the ball. Montana had to put it up or get sacked.
Matt Barr's come in to attempt a field goal now. Ray Wershing was injured, actually in the warm-ups before the season's opener in Detroit, and is on the injured reserve, so they picked up Matt Barr.
Lindsey, his range is about 40 or 45 yards.
It's about a 47-yarder here. Matt Barr. It's good.
Good.
It is good. 3 more points on the board for the 49ers. They make it 17-10. So, with 8 minutes, 55 seconds left to play in the first half, the 49ers are back in it. Falcons 17, San Francisco 10. They move 10 yards in 7 plays to score, and now it's going to be Matt Barr kicking it off. Reggie Smith is center deep. It's going to be a line drive. Geisen lets it go to Smith. Goes by him. It'll still be a touchback. Down to the end zone, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So now, Atlanta starts it at the 20. Roberto Duran in the comeback now against Luigi Menchilo. And that'll be on Sports Saturday next week, 4:30, 3:30 Central and Pacific time. Should be outstanding. Duran apparently well on the way back to the stardom that he enjoyed at one time in the boxing circles. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Wallace Francis and a wide left here. Andrews and Kane are the setbacks for Steve Bartkowski. Andrews to the 22 for 2. Dwayne Board made the stop. 2nd and 8.
Well, that field goal that Barr made should give him a big lift. He's a new player in the team. It also puts the 49ers back in this ballgame. When you're hit with 17 points in the first quarter, you come back, you're 17-10. Now, this series right here, can the defense stop them again? That's the way they have to think. We got to give the offense great field position like we did the last series.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. On the ground. Andrews carrying to the 40-yard line. William Andrews runs like a small tank and just got across the 50-yard line before Tina Turner bounced him out.
Well, last week,
30 yards.
I compared Andrews to Jim Taylor. He runs a lot like Jim Taylor. Here's a weak side sweep, and he's got powerful leg drive. Very seldom do you see one man bring him down. That's a high tackle. You aren't going to bring him down tackling him high. Look at that leg action, pumping his arms. He protects that football. And you see, he still isn't knocked down, still isn't off balance. He's got 56 yards and 7 carries already.
Warren Bryant has come out, an offensive tackle, and Eric Sanders has replaced him. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lynn Kane, the lone setback. Short drop, pop, Lynn Kane. Lynn Kane Willie Harper on the tackle.
Well, Andrews is a complete football player. He's not a spectacular football player in the sense of a Dorsett or somebody like that, but he's a complete football player. And so is that guy, Lindsey, that just caught the ball out there. Here he is lined up as a wide receiver, running a hitch.
Second down, 3 yards to go at the 42-yard line. Jackson's in there. Andrews at the 40-yard line. Jim Stuckey on the tackle. We have word about Joel Williams that he has a sprained knee and may return.
Well, that's good news because he's a big play guy and they can't afford to lose him. You know, the great thing about this Falcon team is that they can run the football effectively. They can pick up 200 yards running against anybody. They can throw the ball. And you have to have that regardless of the rules.
3rd and 1, Junior Miller, Russ McKeska, and James Mayberry in there now in a tight alignment. They're in a wing right. Try to pick up the 1 yard. Kane, he's got it. And more. And Kane inside the 20-yard line and down to the 16. Ronnie Lott and Carlin Williamson hanging on. Picked up 22 yards, Lynn Kane. And he's still down there.
Well, here it is from the I formation. 2 tight ends. Just a straight handoff with the fullback leading. Look, there's 2 missed tackles. Now he's brought down from behind by two tacklers, and he lands on his right shoulder.
And he's still down there, and members of the training staff are giving him attention. That is Lynn Kane.
Sometimes, Lindsey, when you land on your right shoulder, you can get a shoulder separation.
Ball has been spotted at the 19-yard line. Kane is up and leaving.
He looks okay.
Lynn Kane along the sideline, apparently all right. He's rushed 8 times for 46 yards. Ray Strong is in there just now at the running back along with William Andrews. Ball is spotted at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. The clock says 6 minutes, 16 seconds left to play in the first half. There's the rushing yardage, 104 to 31.
Well, Lindsey, Kane will play if Kane is able. How's that?
Oh, boy. Running backs are evened up. Bartkowski into the end zone. Now Junior Miller can't reach it.
He was open. Ran a corner pattern. He was wide open. Good call. Had the defense beaten. Should have had that. This was a touchdown. End zone shot. Ran a corner pattern. Right on the fingertips. Right there. Should have had that. Lindsey, got a report that Warren Bryant has a pulled hamstring. Don't know whether he'll return.
That's at the right tackle offensively. Eric Sanders in there at the moment. Here's the 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line. Strong and Andrews in the setbacks. Bartkowski pumps. And it's taken down to the 15-yard line. Ronnie Lott covering down there.
This is a good play right here. Dumps it off quickly to Andrews. Letting him do it on his own. Safe play. You're not going to be sacked on it.
3rd and Lynn Kane comes back on. And comes back off again. Alfred Jackson goes out now. 3rd and 6 at the 15.
Oh, what a big down this is for the 49ers. They've gotten back in this ball game and timeout.
Bartkowski's called time. He wants to talk it over with Lehman Bennett on the strategy staff. So when play is resumed, we'll have 5 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first half, and it'll be 3rd down and 6 yards to go at the 15-yard line. Bartkowski returning to the field now with the play for the 3rd and 6 at the 15. Coming up at halftime, Jack Whitaker with his legends of the game will be talking about, and to Willie Davis. Then, of course, Brent and Irv will have all the scores and highlights of the action around the NFL, so stay with us. Incidentally, Alfred Jenkins came into this game having caught passes in 75 consecutive games. Alfred Jenkins has not caught a pass so far. They've got 3 wide receivers in there. Francis Jackson Jenkins, 3rd and 6 to 15. Bartkowski. Jenkins. Right for the goal. Touchdown. Jenkins for the touchdown. Dragging Eric Wright into there. So now the little man has caught passes in 76 consecutive games.
Yeah. They've been working on number 21, on 21 Wright. Now it's man-for-man coverage, one-on-one. Perfect pass. Beat him to the inside. The 49ers dogged in that play, and actually they dogged Bartkowski from the blind side. Similar to what Green Bay did when they hit him last week.
Mick Luckhurst for the conversion, and it's good. Quickly good. And so as they come back now, it is the Atlanta Falcons 24 and the San Francisco 49ers 10 with 4 minutes, 57 seconds left to play in this period.
Now what? Now there's a dog from the blind side right there. Watch Bartkowski. Gets hit as he delivers the ball. Here's another angle. 49ers dogging. Bartkowski's got his receiver one-on-one on right. Perfectly thrown ball. And actually good coverage by Wright.
So with the score 24-10, Falcons will have Luckhurst to kick it off from the 35-yard line, and Ronnie Lott is dropped back with Mike Wilson to receive it for the San Francisco 49ers. Lott's 42, Wilson's 85. Beautiful afternoon here in Atlanta, Georgia. Full house. Luckhurst puts it up. High trajectory kick this time. Lott 2 yards deep in the end zone. Goal line 5. He's out to the 10, 15. And he's piled up. So the 49ers start from deep in their own territory. Blaine Geisen was downfield to make the tackle.
And a flag on the play.
Now check out the penalty here. Strong is the man who is injured there. Very strong. Penalty's going to be against the 49ers on the run back to the 7-yard line.
Let's see that touchdown catch of Jenkins ties him with
Number
Jim
85,
Mitchell.
holding on the run back, half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Mike Wilson, who's Lott's partner back there, was holding on the run back. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line. Strong is coming off. He's all right. 24-10. Falcons lead, 49ers deep in their own territory. Solomon in the wide right. Patton and Cooper in the setbacks for Montana. Montana from the end zone. Completed it out short of the 15-yard line. Colton Kuykendall coming in on the tackle. Dwight Clark, the receiver.
This shows you why Montana is the quarterback. It's a bootleg pass, a rollout. Now watch him step up, avoid the rush, get the ball off. Now he could have been sacked. An immobile quarterback wouldn't have made that play. From what I've seen of Montana, I like him. I think he's going to be a heck of a quarterback. All he's going to do is improve.
2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line. Solomon and Clark are the wide receivers. Solomon in motion across. This is Patton. He's got the first down. It's across the 20-yard line to the 22. Lyman White on the tackle.
And the 49ers are doing another thing that we talked about. They're running that football enough and not putting so much pressure on Montana against this good Falcon defense to put the ball up all the time.
Cleveland leading Cincinnati 13-0. Keep in mind now that next week, these Atlanta Falcons will be playing the Cleveland Browns. Ryan Seif against Bartkowski. What an offensive battle that should be. 1st and 10. 49ers with the ball at their own 22-yard line. Montana. Threaded the needle. Got it in there across the 25-yard line to Dwight Clark. Fulton Kuykendall made the tackle.
Montana sets up real quickly. He gets rid of the ball quickly. He has good reactions. Now on that last play, he wanted to go deep. Everybody was covered. He hit the short man.
Second down and 7 yards to go at the 26. Solomon in a wide right. Goes back to the inside. This is Patton. Ricky Ricardo Patton. Across the 30-yard line. Got the first down.
Well, you know, Lindsey, Patton's a former Falcon. Here it is. Sweep, strong side sweep. Randy Cross, 51, throwing a block. Patton read the block pretty well. Cut it up inside. Good yardage.
Tom Pridemore made the tackle. He has a good off-season employment. He's a member of the House of Delegates of the state of West Virginia, which is the state legislature.
They're mixing their calls just right. They're keeping the defense off balance.
Now we have reached the 2-minute warning, the automatic timeout, and the 2-minute warning. So when play is resumed, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for the 49ers, with Atlanta leading by a score of 24-10 here in Atlanta, Georgia. The preceding message was furnished by the National Football League. Time remaining in set 2 minutes.
You know, Lindsey, we'll have a chance now to evaluate Montana in his 2-minute drill. He's in position to get the 2-minute drill going.
They start at the 33-yard line in their own territory. Clark goes to a wide left. Mike Wilson coming across to a wide right. Tight end in motion. That's Young. Montana short drop. Gets it out to Patton. Patton goes out of bounds up there at the 46-yard line. Lyman White, who's playing the linebacker in place of Joel Williams, made the tackle with Kenny Johnson.
And that's the type of play you want. It's safe, stops the clock, you get out of bounds.
And you get the first down.
This is a big series for the 49ers to go in at halftime. They could just put 3 points on the board. They've moved the ball very well. He was in the hole. He's done a heck of a job getting out from his own goal line here.
Brady Solomon in there, Mike Wilson out, Dwight Clark and Solomon the wide receiver, Solomon to the right side. Patton and Cooper are the setbacks. Ricky Patton in motion outside right. Joe Montana. Comebacker and taking back Clark. It's going to be marked at the 38-yard line. Lyman White and Kenny Johnson on the hit. 1st and 10.
Well, they're giving them good protection.
Clock is running.
Plenty of time to throw.
They're ready to go. 1:30 on the clock. Montana tries to draw. Cooper gets it up to the 30-yard line. Fulton Kuykendall on the tackle.
Well, he's in field goal range already.
2nd and 2 at the 30.
Took a timeout.
Stop the clock. Kemper's flaring a little bit there.
We talked about a 2-minute drill. He looks good, Lindsey. You've seen him plenty of times at Notre Dame. I like this guy. You know that? I can see why Bill Walsh traded the bird and give the job to Montana.
What Montana was in college was primarily a winner. He wasn't as well disciplined as he has become in the pro league. But he was a fellow who could bring you from behind and put some points on the board for you.
Well, you know, there are certain quarterbacks in the league that are excellent 2-minute quarterbacks. And you have to be. You have to be a good 2-minute quarterback if you're going to win, because in the National Football League, you have 2 extra quarters. You can win a ball game or lose a ball game the way you run a 2-minute drill.
Each team has 2 times out remaining as Montana comes back. Ball was finally spotted on the 31-yard line to make it 2nd down and 3 at the 31.
You know, the 49ers have averaged 5.4 on first down. And that's one thing that's kept this Falcon defense off balance.
1:21 on the clock, which will start on the snap. Hofer's in there with Cooper, Paul Hofer. He's in the slot right. Montana to Hofer, and he's got it at the 11-yard line.
His first big play coming back after the injury. He ran a deep, what we call skull pattern. He goes down the field and breaks to the outside about 15 yards deep, and he got out of bounds.
He did get out of bounds and picked up a couple of yards doing it at the last lurch. It makes it 1st and goal at the 9. Just inside the 10-yard line. 1:13 on the clock. Hofer's out. Ricky Patton's in now. Patton and Cooper. Cooper got a yard or so. Don Smith, nose tackle, made the tackle. Second and goal.
They took time out and they almost used the full 30 seconds on that play, Lindsey. They were a little bit late getting in on that. The clock was down to 2 seconds.
1:05 now remaining as Montana goes over. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 8-yard line. Bill Walsh, the head coach, setting his playlist there.
Well, they're in great position to come away with at least 3 points. This has been a tremendous drive.
38, you see there behind Walsh is Johnny Davis, a came from Tampa Bay, former Alabama fullback. Mike Wilson off to the right side. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons on the field.
When Johnny Davis comes in, he's usually the blocker. He leads you to the play. He did that for McKay in Tampa Bay. He's a heck of a blocker, and I think he's going to help this ball club.
All right, Montana has received his instruction. Keep in mind that Brent Nerve will be coming up at halftime.
Now, Lindsey, he probably received 2 plays here. He'll call 2 plays in a huddle, and the snap count will be on whatever. Say it's on 2 or 1 or sound. It'll be on that same snap count.
Keep in mind that at halftime, Jack Whitaker will be along with his legends also. Willie Davis. All right. 2nd down and goal to go. Clock starts on the snap. 1:05. Montana. Plenty of time. Loads of time. Montana's going to hit the sideline, stop the clock. He couldn't find anybody. Clock has wound down to 56 seconds.
Well, there's a Falcon down on the field.
It's Jeff Merrill.
Jeff Merrill.
Jeff Merrill.
Boy, what a gutsy football player he is. Tough as nails.
Wilson Formino has replaced him.
Well, you know what happened on that play? The 49ers kept 7 men in the block. Both backs stayed in the block. That's why Montana had a lot of time, but nobody was open. So he did the right thing. Rather than putting it up for grabs and risking an interception, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
Lyman White has come off, and Jim Laughlin has replaced him now. It'll be 3rd down and goal to go. With 56 seconds remaining to be played in the first half, and Atlanta leading 24-10. 49ers trying to get something on the scoreboard before the halftime intermission. And Clark and Solomon double to the left side. Solomon in motion. Montana. Complete outside the 5-yard line. It'll be marked, I think, near the 7. Laughlin coming in to make the hit.
Well, the Falcon defense played that smart, very smartly. They laid off, they gave him the underneath, kept him out of the end zone, forced him to throw in front of him.
49ers have used their last timeout.
Here it is, from the end zone. The 49ers want to go to the end zone. The defense laid off, kept the receiver in front of him, no chance. Good coverage. 4th down.
Ball is spotted outside the 6-yard line, 4th and goal, and the 49ers have used their last timeout. So they're sending Matt Barr on, the field goal man. Clock says 46 seconds. So they have elected to go for the field goal here on 4th down. Montana will hold, and this will be a 24-yard attempt. That Barr's kick is blocked. It is blocked by Butler. Bobby Butler came in and blocked the kick.
Well, Butler did that with his speed and quickness and taking the right angle. That is not Matt Barr's fault. That's the blocking. Butler came from the outside and knifed down. Beautiful execution on his part. Individual effort. Here it is. Now watch the left of your screen. Watch Butler keep coming and knife down. He was right in there. Not Matt Barr's fault at all. Here's another angle. He laid out. That's the other thing you have to do. You have to take off and lay out.
Ball goes over at the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Atlanta.
Now all that great work in that 2-minute drill is wasted and down the drain because of a block kick.
Now the ball is picked up. It had been spotted at the 20 and is being marked where it went out of bounds, which is proper, and it's at the 11-yard line.
Went out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Therefore, it is not a touchback. We'll snap the ball on about the 11-yard line. 1st down.
Okay, there's Bart's explanation, and so Falcons get it 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. 41 seconds on the clock. Miller and McKeska, the tight ends. Andrews to the 17. Bobby Leopold on the tackle.
Andrews was hit behind the line. He kept those legs driving. Picked up 4 yards.
Word is that Merrill has a pulled hamstring and will not be back. Second and 4. They're letting it run down. It's down to 8 seconds, 7 seconds. They're going to let it run on off. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is that. As the teams head for the locker rooms and the halftime intermission in the sunshine of Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, where the Falcons are leading by a score of 24-10. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen here in Atlanta, and we're about set to go with the second half of today's game. It's going to be the Atlanta Falcons kicking off. Bartkowski is warming up along the sidelines, as Luckhurst will be doing the kicking off, and he's teeing the ball up there on the 35-yard line. He's a left footer. Ronnie Lott and Mike Wilson have dropped back deep to field it for the San Francisco. Sails it downfield, and it's taken at the 5-yard line. Return to the 25-yard line. Run back by Ring. Bill Ring, who was just signed on this week for the 49ers.
I like the way he ran. He ran hard.
A Falcon getting attention from the training staff.
Well, Lindsey, we've had some injury. Jeff Murrow went out with a pulled hamstring. Williams is having x-rays.
Roberto Duran coming back now with a fight against Luigi Menquillo. And that'll be on Sports Saturday next week, 4:30, 3:30 Central and Pacific time. Duran, of course, has been looking good in his comeback efforts. So tune in next week. Bobby Butler, he's all right.
Well, that's good to see.
Plays the left corner defensively.
That's the disadvantage of using your regular corner on covering kickoffs.
First and 10. The ball is outside the 26-yard line. Earl Jones playing the corner now with Butler off the field. Montana going on first down and complete to Clark. Dwight Clark gets it up across the 45-yard line. Kenny Johnson on that corner, but the 49ers have come out throwing and they've moved it up near midfield.
Well, the first half, Montana mixed up first and 10 real well. He had five runs and 9 passes. Now, that's a good ratio, especially for him, for the 49ers.
Montana brings him up first and 10 at the 47. Butler's back in there on the left corner. Quick pitch taken by Cooper. Got across the midfield marker and drove it down near the 45-yard line. Tom Pridemore made the tackle.
Well, you know, Lindsey, when you're behind and you receive the kickoff, you got to take the ball down the field, put some points on the board. That first series is so important on offense when you're behind. Second half.
2nd and 3. 49ers ball at the Atlanta 45-yard line. Patton trying to pick his way, and he got a couple. 43-yard line. Fulton Kuykendall made the tackle. You know, last week when Fulton Kuykendall intercepted a Green Bay pass and ran it into the end zone, it was his first interception as a pro, and he's been in the pros 7 years. He didn't have any in college. It was his first interception as a linebacker since high school.
That's like a guy getting his first hit, and it's a grand slam home run.
You're right. 3rd and 1 at the 43-yard line. 49ers are trying to keep their drive alive here. The fans are trying to exhort the defense of the Falcons. Montana rolling and looking, and there's nobody. Now he throws, and it is taken inside the 40-yard line by Brian Peets, the tight end.
Montana did that on his own. The Falcons covered that perfectly. Montana had to give ground, give a lot of depth. He couldn't run with the ball, and he threw it sidearm to pick up the first down. Heck of a play by Montana.
Just short of the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, 49ers in Falcon territory. Falcons are leading 24-10. Solomon in a wide left. Dwight Clark in a wide right. Solomon in motion back to the inside. Montana to Patton. Side slips one, but loses a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 39.
Well, flags all over the place.
It's Bobby Butler and Dwight Clark. It'll take a little while to gather up all the flags. George, while they do that, I've been hearing rumors all over. Let's hear the referee's report first.
We have personal foul, 87 offense.
Clark.
Personal foul, number 27 defense. Unnecessary roughness in both cases. After the down. It occurred after the down. The down counts. It is 2nd down. 2nd down.
So, you heard the explanation. George, I've been hearing rumors from press men everywhere asking me, is George Allen going to be a head coach in NFL next year, next week, later this afternoon? What about it?
Lindsey, they're all rumors. There's nothing to it. I'm going to be with you in the booth. I can't make the money I'm making up here with CBS.
Okay. Here's a reverse, and Solomon's got the ball. Solomon on the reverse. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. Kenny Johnson read him out.
That's a good call in this area of the field. The reason this is a good call, this is a double reverse, is that the Falcon linebackers are so active and they pursue so quickly, you have to keep them honest with some sort of a reverse. And this is a good time, good area of the field to use it.
Well, we're back to 3rd down. It's 3rd and 3 at the 31-yard line. Solomon and Clark double to the left side. Solomon in motion across. Montana. Screen left. Patton. Well, did he get to the sticks? Now, he got very close. Curry made the stop.
Depends on where they spot it, Lindsey. He dove for it. See, that's that possession type of passing. Throw the ball behind the line. One-man screen. Going for the first down. First down. You know, Lindsey, in the booth next to us is Eddie DiBartolo, the owner of the 49ers, and he's been a big supporter of the St. Jude Hospital with Danny Thomas. He's done a tremendous job for the St. Jude Hospital.
And there he is in the center of your screen, right there.
A very worthy cause, and he's doing everything he can to get this 49er team on the winning track.
First down, 10 yards to go, short of the 28-yard line. Montana has it, and it's complete. Taken by Young. Charlie Young's at the 10-yard line. Lachlan and Pridemore made the stop.
Well, play action pass to Charlie Young coming over the middle. Here it is. Gives him the time to throw, and he guns it right into the midsection. Charlie Young gives him a big target. Picks up 5 yards after the catch.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line. With the 49ers driving. Trailing by 14 points. Patton and Beasley are the running backs now. Just Patton. Got about a foot. Yates made the stop.
Boy, Jeff Yates. Jeff Yates plays the run so well. Yates and Murrow are two tough defensive ends. The type of players I always like to have. Yates came off of the block and really put the wood to Patton.
Second and 10 at the 10.
This is a big, big series for the 49ers. They've taken that ball, first series on offense.
Solomon's come out. Mike Wilson has come in. He's in a wide right. And about 4 yards on the play.
Well, a quick draw.
Made the stop.
Quick draw, Lindsey, which is a pretty good call.
Cooper carrying.
There it is. Quick draw to the fullback. That was the second play of the game. Falcons read it real well. The underneath, the short passing game is tough right in here. The Falcons play that real well. You have less area, less field to work.
Third and 6 outside the 6. Listen to the Atlanta crowd. Montana. Intercepted at the goal line. And it is Pridemore running it back. Pridemore up the sideline. He's going to go 100 yards. This will be 100 yards for Tom Pridemore. Perhaps 101. We'll get the official yardage. It's either 100 or 101. Pass intended for the tight end, Charlie Young, intercepted by Pridemore and run all the way. Is the official yardage. Return 101 yards.
Well, I just start talking about the short passing game down in here is difficult to complete. The ball is overthrown to Pridemore. And on this play, good blocking. Somebody tackled Montana. Somebody tackled Montana so he couldn't get up. Pridemore had a waltz.
101 yards is the official yardage on the return. Luckhurst boots it up, and it's good. So it is the Falcons who have scored first. Coming back up the field, they have extended their lead now. Falcons 31 and the 49ers 10. Tom Pridemore with a 101-yard interception return. That is a new Falcon record. The old record was 90 yards. George, what a run back.
Well, here's Montana. The ball is overthrown a little bit, little high. It's intended for Charlie Young. Pridemore is right there. I just mentioned that it's difficult to throw that possession type of passing down the goal line. Actually, he didn't need any blocking. Somebody tackled Montana, so he couldn't get out and make the play. 101 yards.
And now it is the kickoff by Luckhurst. Bill Ring is dropped back there with Mike Wilson to receive it for the 49ers. Ring lets it go, and it goes across the end line, and it'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. A little mix-up between Wilson and Ring. No run back. Luckhurst sent it deep again.
Well, they have to communicate, Lindsey. It's like two outfielders going for a ball. One has to keep calling the other one off, and on that play, it looked like neither one of them called the other guy off. You know, that's two drives now that Montana has put together. The one before the half where the field goal was blocked, and this interception. Two beautiful drives, both gone for nothing.
First and 10 at the 20. Solomon and Schumann now the wide receivers. Linville Elliott is carrying. Linville Elliott in there, the running back. Got one or two. Buddy Curry made the stop. Tonight on CBS starts with 60 Minutes. Then Archie Bunker's plays. One day at a time. Alex, the Jeffersons, and then Trapper John M.D. all on CBS tonight.
You know, this score of 31-10 is a deceiving score. The 49ers are playing much better football in this. They've been making mistakes.
Screen left, Cooper. Fumble at the last moment, but I think they retain possession, and they do. Kenny Johnson made the tackle.
They've been actually, Lindsey, beating themselves with the mistakes they're making. But they're moving the ball. I like Montana. The more I see of Montana, the more I think he's going to develop into an excellent quarterback. He's had everything going against him today.
Cleveland 13, Cincinnati 3 in the third quarter. Next week, the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns, and that one is really shaping up. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Walt Easley, Bob Blaisbrook, then on the tackle. Gain of 4, it'll be second down and 6 yards to go. We have 8 minutes, 19 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. Falcons are leading it by a score of 31-10. 49ers in possession. Send Solomon to a wide right. Linville Elliott and Walt Easley are the setbacks. Elliott in motion outside left. Montana with the ball. And going long to Solomon. And it's Bobby Butler. The rookie cornerback from Florida State is getting ahead.
Yeah. Well, here's a isolation on Butler, running stride for stride, and watch him come up and time it perfectly, knock it away with his left hand. Now the ball could have been thrown a little longer. Solomon had some leg room to stretch out. Great play by Bobby Butler.
Third down and 10 yards to go. Montana. Incomplete. Mike Wilson, the man for whom it was intended. Al Richardson covering.
Well, Wilson tried to run with the ball before he had it.
And is for the Falcon defense coming off the field. As the 49ers punting unit has come on. Reggie Smith has dropped back to field the punt. Jim Miller. Barefoot kicker. High trajectory kick. Smith at the 18. Super net. Moved it to the 27. A punt of 47 yards, return 6.
You know what he does well, Lindsey? He uses his blockers. He sets it up, cuts inside. Last week, he didn't have to. He saw the daylight and went to the 2-yard line.
Atlanta leading the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 31-10 with 7 minutes 35 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Milt McCall's in there, the linebacker now for the 49ers. McKeska's in at the tight end for Atlanta, and this is William Andrews carrying.
Well, McCall's been a big play guy, big pinch hitter for him. When he comes in there, they usually dog him, and he's been very effective.
Gain of about a yard on the play. There's McCall, number 53.
He's a dedicated guy and a lot of hustle. Gives you everything he has and more.
He comes from a pretty good football family.
He sure does. His father and his brother, they've all been competitors.
Second down play coming down for the Atlanta Falcons. Kane and Andrews. The setback. This is Kane. Short of the 30-yard line.
Well, I see Kane's back in there, Lindsey, so I'm going to repeat what I said. Kane will play if Kane is able.
Kane is able. Jack Reynolds going to make the tackle. Sure you're not going to take the coaching job, George?
After that one.
Third down play coming. Kane has come out, Jackson in, 3 wide receivers for the Atlanta Falcons. Bartkowski. Well, the penalty mark is from Junior Miller with the intended receiver. And Keena Turner was sort of mixed up with him there.
Well, it looked like a good play by Keena Turner to me. It's a similar type of play that the 49ers tried to score on.
Number 58, first down.
That is an automatic first down. Keena Turner, second-year man from Purdue.
There it is. It's an underneath pattern, similar type of play the 49ers tried to Charlie Young. My gosh, to me it looks like a good defensive play. There's probably some contact we can't see there.
First down play coming. Kane is back in there. Bartkowski's played all the way. Miller in motion outside. Backed off the slot right. Going long, and Alfred Jenkins is right there. Little Alfred Jenkins gets up. Nobody touched him. And Alfred goes to the 1-yard line. He's down at the 1-yard line. Running Lott finally made the stop. Pull him up, Alfred.
Well,
67 yards on the play.
They've been going deep on right, one-on-one. Here's Alfred Jenkins. The ball is overthrown, and he makes a diving catch. Now, one thing Wright doesn't realize yet, as a rookie, he's in pro football, you got to get on that guy. He can get up and score.
Just if you tag him, it's all right.
Yeah, see, Wright walked away from him as if he were down.
So they got the ball inches short of the goal line. They got a Kane, and an Andrews, and a double tight end, and a Mayberry in there as well. Triple tight end. Kane. No sign.
That was a great catch by Alfred Jenkins. He caught that ball going down.
Second and goal. Linebackers Reynolds and Bunce converging on the last tackle. Andrews ahead of Kane in the I formation. Kane. A signal. Didn't make it.
This is what you want to do when you get down the goal line. You want to go over the top. It's a lead play. The fullback leading, Kane carrying, and tries to go over the top. But the 49ers met it. They got down low, submarine. Linebackers.
Fellow named Reynolds was up there.
Yeah, linebackers coming over, hitting them high.
Third down and goal to go. Out of formation.
Probably run the same play.
Andrews ahead of Kane. Kane didn't there that time. Reynolds got there first.
They did. They ran the same play.
4th down, and here comes the field goal unit. Mick Luckhurst coming on. John James will hold for it.
Now, here's the thing I talked about before. These are the field goals that Luckhurst has to make. There's a rookie kicker, powerful leg. These are chip shots. Let's watch it.
It's about a 19-yarder, maybe 18.
Right in the middle.
It's good. So 3 more points for the Atlanta Falcons. Clock says 4 minutes, 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Atlanta Falcons 34, 49ers 10.
The return of Tommy Kramer, and it's making all the difference in the world this afternoon for the Minnesota Vikings. He'd already passed for 1 TD. He hits Ted Brown, a 59-yard pass-run touchdown. At the time, the Vikes were up by 3. They push it, but they missed the extra point. It's now 23-14. Back to Lindsey Nelson.
Kickoff now by Mick Luckhurst. It's Ring and Wilson deep to receive it for the 49ers. Luckhurst, the left footer. Goes short. Wilson at the 7-yard line. He's 10 to 15, 20-25. Gets it out to the 29-yard line before he is stopped by Earl Jones.
Luckhurst is not kicking off as well as he did the last game, Lindsey. You know, the way Bartkowski's game plan has gone couldn't be better for him. The first half, he ran the ball 9 times, threw the ball 6 times. He's been in the driver's seat all the way. They don't have to take any chances with him and expose him to an injury.
Montana brings the 49ers up. A lone setback. Montana to Cooper, and Earl Cooper up the sideline goes out of bounds. At the 38-yard line, he is run out by Jim Laughlin.
You know, that 49er defense stuck in and made a nice goal line stand there, Lindsey.
They did.
You know that?
2nd down and 1 yard to go at the 38 for the 49ers. On many of these stations, at the conclusion of the telecast of this game, you'll see New Orleans and the New York Giants this afternoon. Gates has come out, and Teague has come in defensively. Just easily carrying. Well, he's looking for a place to lunge and get that yard, and I think he got it.
You know,
made the tackle.
Lindsey, the Falcons just brought in 72 Teague. He could develop into a good pass rusher. Now he's coming out, and Jeff Yates is going back in again.
First down and 10 yards to go. Montana waiting for the snap. Tries the draw play. Easily carrying. Gets across the 45. Tom Pridemore made the tackle.
Easily looks like a pretty good, tough inside runner. I question how effective he'll be outside, but he runs hard inside.
Solomon and Wilson are the wide receivers. Solomon coming to the right side, Wilson to the left side. 2nd down, 4 yards to go on the 46-yard line. Montana short drop, popped it, and it's complete.
Well, you know, Lindsey, Montana has played well enough today to have about 30 points on the board. He's like a baseball team that has 5 guys thrown out at home plate. Every time he gets down there inside of the 10, something happens. Now, with Montana and their passing game, they can still rally and do what the Falcons did last week against Green Bay.
He hit Mike Wilson with that last pass. The tackle made by Fulton Kuykendall. Make it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Loosen up Cooper, stride to the right. Popped it outside to Clark. Right Clark at the 35-yard line. Hit by Earl Jones on that corner.
and you see inversely, the Falcon defense can play pass 90% of the time.
Later today in New Orleans at the New York Giants or the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Two good games there. Green Bay's defense is playing good football.
Second down, 6 yards to go at the 35. Patton.
That's that quick draw again on second down to the fullback. Even though you don't make many yards on it, they still have to respect it.
Buddy Curry made the tackle, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. As
Curry's looking to the sidelines for the signals. They relay all the signals into Buddy Curry.
Linebacker from the University of North Carolina. You got Mayberry in there now. In the wing left. 3rd and short. Going to go to the air. Swing it out, and Cooper can't hold on. Makes it 4th and 1. Kuykendall out there. Now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
All right, Lindsay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were looking for Walter Payton. They led the Chicago Bears 7-0, but instead they gave it to Matsui. Payton with the lead block. Hans Nielsen's extra point has tied it up at 7. Let's go back now to Lindsey Nelson and a city in fire, Atlanta.
Sui scoring that touchdown for the Bears. There it is, 4th down and a yard to go, and the 49ers figure they got to go. And Patton's got it, but the ball goes over on down. Bobby Butler, the quarterback, upsetting Patton, and go over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now, they threw on 3rd and 1 and ran on 4th and 1. Falcons penetrated. Got across the line of scrimmage. Patton had no chance on the play. Bobby Butler.
Late in the 3rd quarter here now. 34-10. The Falcons are out front, and they have the football. Milt McCall's in there defensively for the 49ers. Bartkowski handing it off to William Andrews, and Andrews drives up to the 40-yard line. Picks up 6.
Lindsay, you can see why Andrews came into this game with a 4.7 yards per try rushing. And one of the things, Pittsburgh, 31-3. Both those clubs came in 0-2. The loser is out of it pretty much. But Andrews, the next time we see Andrews carry the ball, he has 2 hands on that football. And that's something I like to see.
Francis has come out. Alfred Jackson is coming to the ball game now. He's wide to the left side for the Atlanta Falcons. Bartkowski. And a diving catch.
Well,
taken by Jackson and hit by Eric Wright.
Yeah, they've been working on Wright most of the game over there, trying to get a one-on-one, and Wright's laying off pretty deep.
And
so they
there's the gun sounding the end of the 3rd quarter. And the score is 34-10. Ready to start the 4th quarter. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen in Atlanta.
You know, Lindsey, this is again a perfect game for Bartkowski.
Later today in New Orleans at the New York Giants or the Green Bay Packers at the Los Angeles Rams.
That New Orleans Giants game, I think that's a toss-up.
All right, Bartkowski still in the ballgame. He's been in all the way. That's Jackson across 1st and 10. Bartkowski going deep. Incomplete to Jackson. Eric Wright covering. Jackson just trying to hold on.
Well, Eric Wright was beaten badly on that. He's behind him by 5 yards. Just a matter of catching the ball.
Jackson has come off now, and Wallace Francis has replaced him.
When they're picking on one of your defensive backs like that, usually you have to give them some help.
Reese has come off, and Kugler's coming at the nose tackle for the 49ers. Bartkowski waiting for the snap. Up. Goes the screen. Andrews. 40, 35. Inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's a flag on the field, Lindsay, and the reason that works so well is that the 49ers dog. 49ers came in with at least a 6-man rush.
Holding against the Falcons. George, we're in the fourth quarter. The Falcons are leading 34-10. The quarterback, Bartkowski, came into this game wearing a flak jacket. Wouldn't you think we might see him get a little rest somewhere along the way?
I would think so, Lindsay. We were talking about that. It would be good work for June Jones. He hasn't played.
57 offense, holding, still second down.
Jeff Van Note.
All they got to do is really run the football now and keep the clock going.
They were a little concerned, of course. Morosky went out last week with a collarbone, and with Bartkowski with a cracked rib, they had Blaine Geisen, who was a college quarterback in Hawaii, taking some snaps and getting used to the cadence during the week, just in case. 3 wide receivers in there for the Atlanta Falcons. 2nd and 20 on the 43. Bartkowski going long to Jenkins and incomplete. That was Eric Wright, 21. And now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
All right, Lindsay, watch number 20, Billy Sims, as they come up. It's 2nd and goal for the Detroit Lions. They trail Minnesota. It's 23-14 right now. Here comes Sims over the ball. Danielson already scored. Extra point is good, 23-21. Back now to Lindsey Nelson.
Well, that's one way to do it.
You know, Lindsay, on that last play, the 49ers did just what we talked about. They gave Wright some help. They doubled the wide receiver front and back.
All right, it is 3rd and 20 on the 43. 3 wide receivers in there. Bartkowski. Well, not this time. That'll bring on the punting unit. Led by John James. Wayne Board was the man who got to the quarterback.
That's what you don't like to see when you have sore ribs. If you ever broke your ribs, boy, they're painful. No matter if you have a flak jacket on or not.
Punting unit is in there. Solomon and Hicks are the deep men.
Bartkowski's coming off like he's feeling that.
He was trying to adjust that flak jacket a little too. I think he felt it. James with the punt. Solomon. 28. 29. 1st and 10. Officials stopped the game. We'll return to Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium after this word from your local station.
Has been sponsored by Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. Natural light beer, brewed with only natural ingredients for a clean, refreshing taste. And by Goodyear, makers of Arriva. Even its footprint tells you it's different.
Bobby Butler. Brady Solomon, Mike Schumann to the wide receivers. As Cooper in motion outside right. Montana with the ball. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by Glazebrook.
Well, you know, Lindsay, you mentioned Earl Jones. Now, Earl Jones has natural speed. He has much more speed than Kenny Johnson. And he has a chance to be a good defensive back. Now, Bartkowski got sacked the last play. I wouldn't be surprised if they take him out pretty soon. Earl Jones, number 20, could develop into a fine corner. And this is smart to give him some experience where you got the game under control.
Wilson to the left side, Solomon to the right side. 2nd and 10. Montana. Hops this one complete. Kuykendall made the tackle on Dwight Clark.
Montana's kind of limping there a little bit.
Picked up about 5 yards on that completion.
Well, this Washington was favored in that ball game, Lindsey. They've handled St. Louis over the years pretty good.
Linville Elliott and Earl Cooper are the setbacks now for Montana. Clark caught 9 passes for 77 yards. Linville Elliott. Penalty marker goes up. He stopped at 35. Kuykendall on the tackle.
Well, it's pretty hard to sweep this defense, this Falcon defense, unless you have a lot of speed to turn the corner. Their linebackers move laterally, play the sweep real well.
Penalty's got to be against the
Holding.
49ers. Holding.
86 offense. Penalty refused. 4th down.
Charlie Young. 4th down punting unit comes out. Jim Miller, the barefoot boy, comes out to boot it. William Andrews, he's rushed 11 times for 71 yards.
The complete football player in my book.
Scott Warner's dropping back to receive the punt. Warner from the University of Georgia. High spiraling kick by Miller. Drives Warner back to the 9-yard line. Stopped short of the 20.
I think Warner can develop into a player. He made a good play last week in Green Bay.
Leopold made that stop. Punt of 56 yards, returned 8. So now the Atlanta Falcons get the ball. They get it deep in their own territory at the 18-yard line. Later today in New Orleans at the New York Giants or the Green Bay Packers at Los Angeles.
Lindsey, the Rams have too good a personnel to be 0-2. They have to get their act together. Whatever problems they have to forget about it. They have to win today. The Falcons are going to be 3-0 and have a 3-game lead out of them.
In the Western Division, you're right. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Give it on to Andrews. Just keeps coming. 1st and 10. Carlton Williamson brought him down.
I tell you, that guy is the closest thing to Jim Taylor. You fans that have watched the great fullback of the Packers, Jim Taylor, he reminds me of him. The body lean, the good leg drive. You see, he had 2 hands on the ball to protect it first. Now look, he's going forward. He's breaking tackles. He's keeping those legs pumping. He's got great leverage. Now he's twisting and fighting for another foot or so. And the ball game is 34-10. That's the type of competitor he is.
He's picked up 84 yards today. Robinson carrying. Bo Robinson picked up from the Detroit Lions. Got across the 35-yard line. Milt McCall made the tackle.
Well, they're doing the smart thing now. Keep the ball on the ground. Keep the clock running. You've got enough points.
Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes. And on Alice, Mel goes to Vegas and gets taken to the cleaners. And then on the Jefferson, Florence gets a job she can't refuse, but can she live up to it? It's all tonight on CBS.
Andrews just came out. They took him out, giving him a rest.
2nd and 5 at the 37. Mayberry and Robinson are in there. Robinson out to the 40-yard line.
You know, Lindsey, when Mayberry has played number 39, he's done a good job, but it's pretty hard to get him in there with a guy like Andrews. Now, he just threw a real good block on 58, Tina Turner.
As Mayberry, 3rd-year man from Colorado. He's a 210-pounder. These Falcons are trying to do something here this afternoon that no Falcon football team has done in the history of the franchise, and that is win their first 3 games to start a season. There were many experts before the season started who thought that the Falcons might have the best football team in the league, and they might. Third down and 2 yards to go at the 40-yard line. Quick pitch. Robinson. Nothing. Dwight Hicks coming up on the stop. Dwight Hicks, the only veteran in that deep defense for the 49ers. He's from the University of Michigan. John James coming out to do the punting now for Atlanta.
Well, you know, Lindsey, the reason the 49ers haven't returned the punts much today is the hang time that John James gives the coverage team. He's keeping that ball in the air, 4.6, 4.7. Anybody can run 40 yards in that length of time. Well, let's see what his hang time is here.
Hicks and Solomon are the deep men to receive the punt. James puts it up. Fair catch signal is up there by Hicks, and he makes the catch.
That's what elevation on a punt will do, force the guy to signal for a fair catch.
38-yard punt. There's no return, so they will start 1st and 10, and they'll have the ball at the 23-yard line. Steve Bartkowski sitting on the bench. His stats for the day.
Did a heck of a job, Lindsey. Here's June Jones, and this is a perfect situation for June Jones to get some experience.
4-year man from Portland State. Those are his career stats. 49ers with the ball 1st and 10. They have it at their own 23-yard line. Montana's been in all the way for them. Elliott and Cooper are the setbacks. That's Linville Elliott. Gets about 9 yards before Fulton Kuykendall brought him down.
Well, you might say, I wonder why he's running the ball. It's 34-10 in the fourth quarter. Well, the Falcons are playing pass rush. Linebackers are dropping back, playing pass defense. So you run a fast trap and you pick up 9 yards. It's a good call.
Schumann's coming to the game. Dwight Clark has gone out. Mike Schumann, a 4-year man from Florida. 2nd down and a yard to go for the 49ers. 9 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the game. Atlanta leading by a score of 34-10. Cooper lost a foot or so. Formina came in to make the tackle. He's in there in place of Jeff Merrill.
You mentioned, yeah, sending in easily with the play. You mentioned Schumann. Schumann's a disciplined type of runner. He doesn't have the speed, the blinding speed you want to go deep, but he runs good short routes, runs exact routes so the quarterback knows where he is.
Lehman Bennett, head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Cooper, or rather Easley and Elliott are the setbacks now. Elliott in motion outside. Easley with the ball. Got the 1st and 10.
Well, Easley did something that we've been talking about. He's a good, tough inside runner, and he starts quickly. He's going to help the ball club. I like what I've seen of Easley in the 2 games.
Pridemore up to make the tackle. 1st and 10. Outside the 37-yard line. Schumann and Solomon are double to the right side. Easley and Elliott are the setback. Montana. Solomon inside the 40-yard line. Pridemore the defender. 1st and 10.
Well, a rollout with play action and flooding the left side of the defense. Here it is. Rollout, play action. Solomon running a corner route. He's wide open. The ball's right in there.
Kenny Johnson comes back in at the corner. Earl Jones comes off now for the Atlanta Falcons. Leave it on the ground. Pridemore up on the tackle.
See, Kenny Johnson doesn't have the speed, but he has the toughness. And this is a tough game. And he's playing right next to another guy who has toughness, and that's Tom Pridemore. So those 2 guys work well together.
Elliott, who just carried, is going off now. 2nd and 4 to 33. 3 wide receivers in there for the 49ers. Joe Montana. And it's complete. Wilson takes it. Just outside the 10-yard line, Kuykendall made the tackle. Ike Wilson from Washington State.
Well, Wilson drove off Kenny Johnson. Here he is, 85. Driving down the field like he's going deep, puts on the brakes right in front of 37. So he drove him off. Johnson missed the tackle. Pridemore missed the tackle. Now here's where they've been running out of gas. They move that ball. Once they get inside of the 15, 10-yard line.
Johnson comes out, Earl Jones comes in. Solomon and Clark, the wide receiver. They move Cooper over stride right, loosen him up. Montana. Solomon. Touchdown. Butler, the cornerback.
Well, Montana did a heck of a job. He was rushed, and he was hit just as he threw the ball. Here it is. They're dogging him. They're coming in like they did before, and he's hit just as he throws a delivery sack. The ball flutters a little bit, but Solomon gathers it in.
Conversion attempt coming now. Matt Barr will attempt. Montana will hold for him. Barr's kick is good. So 7 points on the scoreboard for the San Francisco 49ers. And it is now 34-17. So now it'll be the 49ers kicking off. Hey, look at this score, George. What happened to the Washington Redskins?
That's not the Washington defense I used to know. I don't know whether that's the right score on there.
Believe me, it's the right score. Barr kicks it off. Warner's deep. Scott Warner chases over, lets it go touchback. It's the end line. That'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
You know, Lindsey, Montana is 24 for 34, 274 yards, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Now, he's played pretty well today, well enough to be in the ball game this late.
June Jones is in the ball game this late. Bartkowski has had it for the day, and June Jones has come on now. 6'4", 200-pounder, 4-year man from Portland State. Quarterbacking the Atlanta Falcons. Comes in here with 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to play in the game. Mayberry and Robinson are the setbacks. Robinson gets out there for about 3.
Well, I don't think,
Lawrence Miller.
Lindsey, I don't think we'll see June Jones put it up too much. They've got a nice lead. Why take chances? Keep the clock running.
Francis comes off, and Alfred Jackson comes in.
You know, Alfred Jackson would be a regular on many teams in the National Football League. He's a good football player.
Here's Jackson coming out of the huddle to a wide right. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Mayberry gets up there to about the 28. Pete Kugler in the make the tackle.
Lindsey, I could tell the way Alfred Jackson ran to his flanker position that it wasn't a pass. he doesn't like to be in there late in the ball game if you aren't going to throw him the ball a little bit.
Junior Miller and Wallace Francis come into the ball game as Jackson comes off. McKeska's in there as well at a double tight end. Bill Walsh, head coach of the 49ers. He was on Paul Brown's staff at Cincinnati. He was on Tommy Prothro's staff at San Diego. June Jones, 1 for 1. Junior Miller, the tight end. Got the 1st and 10. Dwight Hicks made the tackle. Touchdown this afternoon. Robinson to the 47-yard line before John Hardy makes the tackle.
You know, we talked about 89. Wallace Branch is wearing a black jacket. Any receiver that comes over the middle is just as susceptible to an injury, maybe more so than any other position. And I think it's smart for a receiver to wear a black jacket, protect themselves, especially guys that really lay themselves out and expose their ribs.
Second down play coming. Robinson got across the 50.
Well, excuse me, Lindsay, by running sweeps, it takes more time.
Later today, New Orleans at the New York Giants. We don't have definite word of his condition, but we understand George Rogers will play for New Orleans.
Well, you know, I bet the Saints haven't won 2 games in a row in quite a while, and the Giants haven't won 2 games in a row. So both those teams are coming off of victories, Giants and New Orleans.
And some stations will be seeing Green Bay at Los Angeles.
I like that Green Bay defense. Now, Green Bay, this is the best Green Bay team I've seen in quite a few years. Dickey's playing better. Lofton, of course, is a home run threat anytime he's in a ball game. That should be a heck of a game.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning. This is the automatic timeout. It is 34-17. The Atlanta Falcons are leading. In the fourth quarter, Cleveland has gone ahead of Cincinnati 20-10.
And a big 11-yard run by Mike Pruitt to put the score 20-10.
And next Sunday, these Atlanta Falcons meet those Cleveland Browns. Check your local listings. So apparently both of those teams are on the way to victories, and they get to enjoy it a full week before they meet each other. That's the way NFL scheduling goes. Junior Miller and Mike McKeska, double tight end alignment now. Third down and a yard to go at the 48-yard line. They need one. Mayberry carried and got to one, and one more to spare.
You know, Lindsay, I'll tell you another thing about Cleveland and Atlanta. I saw the Hall of Fame game. That was a heck of a game, so they're replaying that Hall of Fame game again.
First and 10 at the 45. Craig Pookie came in to make the last tackle. As the little man, as Super Nat. He's listed at 5'4". We said earlier 5'6". There's some who say 5'3". I don't know. He's not very big.
I think he's under 5'4".
First down, 10 yards to go. Mayberry.
This is what you do on a 2-minute drill when you have the game won. I've never seen a guy listed 5'4" when he was 5'6". I've seen him listed 5'4" and they're 5'3" and 5'2".
Yes. Second and 7 at the 42-yard line. Our thanks to Joel Alterman for the stats this afternoon, and of course Bruce Allen is our man here in the booth, keeping track of personnel and whatnot. 30 seconds left to play in this game. June Jones takes it and just hits the deck. So the clock is running. It is down now to 18 seconds, and apparently nobody has any inclination to stop it. As the Atlanta Falcons lead 34-17, and we now have 10 seconds left on the clock. There'll be no timeouts taken. They're doing the visiting. How are you and how are the folks back home? And when did you see Sally last? And that's all taking place now. Bill Walsh heading for the locker room, and there is the gun. So this game has ended here in Atlanta. Falcons were out in front early. The 49ers battled back in the second quarter. Then it was the Falcons again in the second half as they maintained that lead, piled it up, and won the game by a final score of Atlanta 34 and San Francisco 17.